Somewhat quietly, WordPress just released what I think is going to be the most exciting update we're going to see this year. So today I'm going to show you why WordPress components are so important. I'm going to explain how you can use them today, and I'm going to explain something else. Anyway, let's go. Now, WordPress doesn't actually call components, it calls them patterns, but check out what you can now do with patterns. So here's a pattern that I've created. It's a very simple card layout, and this is currently being used on 2 of my pages, but it could be being used on 1,000 pages. So this one over here in the top right called Summer Holiday, and you can see it's a 2-column layout, and this one down here called Winter Holiday, and you can see that's a 3-column layout, but they are both using this pattern that I've created centrally. But 2 interesting things to note. One is it's got different columns. So this component is being used in multiple contexts. And the second thing is we've got different text on each card, which obviously makes sense. But what we can do now, which is what we couldn't do before, which is really profound, is we can change the design centrally. So I'm going to change the background color here, and we can have that filter down to each instance where that pattern has been used within my site. So if I refresh each of these now, you will see that the design has completely changed on each of those patterns where it's being used. And let's say you want to radically change the design. Well, you can do that. You can just jump into the pattern, completely change the background color, the button colors, the heading colors, heading sizes, everything. Just update it, and then it'll instantly update on every instance where that's been used. And this is how you turn your block pattern into a component. All you need to do is click on the block that you want to be editable when it's used within each page. Come across to the right and click on Advanced. Then scroll down here and you'll see this brand new exciting option that says Enable Overrides. Click on that and you'll be prompted to give it a name. So I'm going to call this one CTA Title and just enable that. Then anything else you do the same thing. So let's make this image editable as well. Come across to the right and scroll down and go Enable Overrides. And again, give that a name that you can identify and just click enable. So here we are again. Here's my pattern in the pattern manager, and over on the right I've used it in 2 individual pages. Let's make a quick change. Let's just quickly switch these columns around. Completely different layout, and save that now. And again, when we refresh them on each of these instances, you'll see they instantly reflect to show that new layout. But what's more, when we're actually using the pattern within our pages, over on the right in the sidebar, it shows us the content that we're allowed to edit. Everything else we can't edit. So if I try and edit these bullet points, because I haven't made them overridable, I just can't edit them. But you see, if I want to change the image, I can just select it here easily on the right, and now I can replace it because I'm allowed to change that in the individual instance when it's being used. Another exciting thing you can do is you can nest components within other components, patterns within patterns essentially. So here we have a grid layout, which is using my card layout component here, but there's nothing to stop me selecting the top level grid, clicking on the 3 dots, coming down here and going create pattern, and then giving that pattern a name, which then I can reuse on different pages. But that pattern is all using this one component. So if I change this component centrally, every instance where that has been used will be updated. There are 5 criteria which I think are really important for components to be useful in a content management system like WordPress is meant to be. Those are they reusable? That's a tick. Are they easily editable by the person running the website? These clearly are, because they're built using blocks and block patterns. 3, they can be big or small. So components can be really tiny, or they can be whole pages if you want them to be. Number 4, they can be nestable within other components, and they also can be aware of their context. And then number 5, are they trackable? Now, at the moment, they are not trackable, and I'll explain what that means. At the moment in WordPress core, there is no easy way of keeping track of where your patterns have been used, but there is a plugin which is called the Fabrica Sync Pattern Instances plugin, which lets you do that. If I click on all patterns here, this is the plugin, it'll list your pattern on the left, and in the middle, it'll tell you how many instances you've used that pattern. But if you click on that number, it will then list all the pages that have used that pattern. And I think as people start to use this brand new functionality, we're definitely going to need a pattern management system of some kind. If you want to start using this functionality today, then you're going to need the Gutenberg plugin. But from my reading, this should be included in WordPress 6.6 when that comes out in July. But let me know what you think. Do you think this is as profound an update that I think it's going to be? How are you going to personally use this new functionality in your own sites? Let me know by posting a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, if you can hit the like button, that'd be amazing, because it does make a huge difference in terms of how this video is shared around the internet and YouTube. So thank you if you can hit that like button. Also, every time you do hit that like button, our cats get a little treat. I've got another really exciting WordPress speed build contest coming up in a few weeks between Nick Diego and Brian Gardner. So subscribe to this channel if you want to see that. Here's a previous one. Thank you so much for watching. Keep well, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.